Good morning, time to begin. Just kidding. Okay, so I've talked about basically all my classics except for my classes, except for my GE. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick 5-minute lecture vlog on Classics 30, which is mythology. Say hi to Jason in the back. Jason, say hi to the camera. Okay. So, basically, this week, we looked at some works by Aristophanes and, Ovid. And particularly, we looked at frogs, birds, and, women at the Thesmophoria for Aristophanes, and then we read Metamorphoses for, Ovid. And, I guess we could just talk about what happened in Metamorphoses. So, basically, it kind of just starts off with, like, the tale of how life began with Earth and all that stuff. And it goes through his version of the ages of the history of man, I believe. And it's really similar to, like, Hesiod's version, which we can find in Works and Days, which we read earlier in the quarter. But in Hesiod's, he had 5 ages. 5. And in, this guy's, he only had 4. So it started with the Golden Age, and the Golden Age, as it sounds, was golden. Everything was, like, chill. There was, there was harmony, nothing was going on, everything's peaceful, perfect kind of thing. And then we go into the Silver Age, which is when, basically, man just had to, like, work for things. So life started to get a bit shittier. Oh, not tougher. And then we have the Bronze Age, and that's the age of the wars. And then finally we have the Iron Age, which is when basically everything sacred is lost, in a sense, where it's like, yeah, everything's just bad. And during that age, that's when Zeus, like, kind of just, like, I don't know what happened, but he stayed with a mortal. I forgot the immortal's name, starts with L. And this guy really pissed Zeus off, and then, or not Zeus, sorry, his name's Jupiter in this. This is a, is that Roman or? Roman. That's Roman, in Roman, so like, huh, Lachion? Lachion, okay, so he stayed with Lachion, and basically treated very poorly, so life sucked. And then Zeus just decided that he hated all mortals. Jupiter decided that he hated all mortals and decided to, like, try to kill everybody. But, 2 people, and their names are Pariah, I think, and one starts with a P, one starts with a D. Pariah and something Leon. D something Leon. These 2, I guess they were told how to, like, survive, and then how to repopulate the earth afterward. They were supposed to, like, throw their mother's remains over their backs, and yeah, so they threw rocks, because Earth is their mother Earth. They threw rocks, and that just formed people. And that's how they just repopulated the Earth. And then kind of, like, sidetrack a bit into, like, where, like, a little episode where, like, Apollo is kind of making fun of Cupid for having a small arrow. And, like, or a small bow, sorry. Like, my bow's bigger than yours, Cupid. And Cupid gets mad, and as revenge, he shoots 2 arrows. One at Apollo to make him fall in love with Daphne, and then one at Daphne to make her kind of run away and shun his love. So we see Apollo, like, chasing after her, trying to, like, seduce her, and she's like, no, and she prays to her father for help, and to help her, he changes her into a freaking tree. Like, thanks, Dad, that's the best you can do, you change it to a tree. So, yeah, she's a tree, but I guess that doesn't really stop Apollo, because, like, he still loves her. So he's, like, groping her bark and, like, kissing her and all that jazz. And something else happens. Jupiter falls in love with a mortal. Her name is Lo. And he rapes her, basically. Very disgusting, really graphic rape scene. And his wife Juno is kind of sus about what's going on. So she gets really super suspicious that, like, Jupiter's unfaithful. So to prevent the truth from coming out, Jupiter basically changes Lo into, like, a cow. So that's the book 1. That's all we read. And yeah, that is my lecture.